welcome to another episode of the Bullshit Show. I'm Dad, that's Nathan.
Hey!
And today we're going to do our bi-weekly comments, response video. Let me see here. Look at some comments. For Farquhar Engine says, Dad, do you support any sports teams? No, I do not. I don't like sports in any way, shape, or form. If I'm really bored, I may watch a good golf game. And sometimes I'll watch some NASCAR with Nathan just to see if people get killed. But I don't support any sports teams at all. I find sports rather dull. Let's see, Harv Martin. Did Dad used to work in the film industry? As a matter of fact, yes I did. In fact, I guess I don't anymore because I'm kind of retired now. Retired. But yes, I'm not going to go into it here. If you're curious, go to imdb.com and look me up, Kevin Bassett, 2 S's, 2 T's, and it'll list all my cinematic accomplishments. But yeah, I worked on a lot of big movies in my time, so it was fun. It was a fun life. Too bad it's over. Let's see. Is Dad a brony? No, I am not a brony. I have a kid that's a brony. But
I never really like friendship games. Yeah.
Whatever. He's a weeaboo.
But
you
don't even know what the fuck a weeaboo is.
Yeah. But so no, I'm not a brony. I really am not. Let's see. The Rusty Fish Plate. That's a cool name, by the way. Dad, do you believe in aliens? Of course I believe in aliens.
Hi.
It would only be just ignorant and arrogant for humans to believe that we're the only people in this vast, huge universe. I mean, whether you believe in God or not, humans are pretty lame. I mean, they're a pretty lame species, and to think that's the best that this universe has, that's a sad, sad thought. But of course there's aliens, and I'm pretty sure they've been here. And I'm sure the government knows all about it. But you know, the government likes to lie to us. Remember 9/11?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So let's say maybe Dick Cheney was an alien. There's a thought. I'm pretty sure Kanye West is. So
Here, I got a comment. Dad, do you know what MLG is?
No, I do not know what MLG is. I'm sorry. Should I know? Okay.
I'm pretty sure it stands for Major League Gaming, but...
Oh, no, I'm not into that either. So, I'm not into much, kids. Let's see. Greetings from Spain, from Winston Azul, like my Spanish accent. What are your views on parenting? Well, obviously, since I raised Nathan, I don't really have very many views on parenting. I think that the best thing you can possibly do is just nurture your kids and put up with their attitudes and their obsessions. Now, not everybody gets into trains but you know, to be honest with you, I would much rather have Nathan into trains and ponies and that kind of shit than doing drugs and hanging out with wow. Or, you know, just fucking sluts all the time. Wow. You know. Well, that would be cool, maybe, for him at least. But so I'm kind of content. You know, pretty soon he's going to have to get a job and go out in the world, though. So
I got a question
from
the Fat Hat. Fuck you, Nick. I hate you. Dad, where's Mom?
Gone. No, we moved to Florida, almost exactly 6 years ago. As I divorced my wife, and we came to Florida.
I wouldn't say anything bad about it because she just discovered these.
Yeah. I don't have anything bad to say. I mean, she's up in Indianapolis, and we're here in lovely Ocala, Florida. And, people are going to hunt us down and kill us now. Great. But, so no, she's not here. She was a couple of weeks ago for a while.
If you refer to the video of the rocket launch, I mentioned.
Yeah, the rocket launch.
description.
She was sitting in the car, smoking cigarettes while we watched the rocket go up, and getting eaten by mosquitoes.
If you actually read the description, nobody does on YouTube,
No.
but I mentioned Mother was down here, and yeah.
So yeah, she just spent a couple of weeks here, but now she's back in Indiana. Oh God, I just shut my iPod off.
Getting eaten by her cat.
Dad, what are your hobbies? Well, geez, photography is my biggest hobby. I'm really kind of getting back into it big time now. I'm kind of obsessed with black and white photography, because color photography is really kind of easy, particularly in the digital age. Cameras, I mean, I've got a nice digital camera and it does everything for me, but you can't shoot good black and white pictures in digital. I'm sorry. I mean, granted, if you've got high-end Photoshop and you've got Lightroom and maybe Silver FX and all those plugins, and you got a $10,000 Epson printer that prints black and white and all that stuff, maybe you can squeak out some decent black and white prints. But if you really want true black and white, you've got to shoot film. And so I'm kind of getting into that again. And in fact, I just completed an order for B&H. I'm going to be comparing 6 different black and white film stocks to see which ones I like the best. They range from cheap to expensive, and that's where I can determine which one I think is the best that I'll continue to shoot on. If anybody's interested in the results, I'll post them on a later show. If not, I'll just shut the fuck up. Have I seen Mad Max Fury Road? No, I did not see that, unfortunately. I really wanted to see it in the theater, but I'm going to have to be content with seeing it on Blu-ray. Any more questions over there?
Can you please say subhand confirmed?
I can't, because I don't know what he's saying. I'm sorry. So, next point.
You got any more over there?
I'm out of comments on this one. Let me look back to the other show here. Let's see here.
Someone.
Sorry, I'm groping now.
Someone says, "Can Dad do a Q&A video?"
With who?
I thought this was.
I thought this is kind of a Q&A situation. Maybe some point I can do a live stream, and you guys can rape me like Anchor Baby did to my face last time. You can rape me live. Let's see. What are some of Dad's favorite YouTubers? Well, Grandpa Joe, you asked that question, and I would say you are my favorite YouTuber. Well, actually, Nathan, I Love Trains 323 would be my favorite YouTuber because that's the channel that I'm on. My own channel I don't use, so other than to like videos occasionally, I don't use it. So if you want to find me, look at I Love Trains 323. But Grandpa Joe, you rule.
I'll just not that I know the question was for Dad, but for the hell of it, I will give some of mine. Jesse, Kyle, Carson, Carson numbers. Kyle is Super Mario Kyle 100. Jesse's JD4796. John, Derek, James. The fuck are you doing?
Nothing. Just waiting for you to shut up.
AC Race Best, Saber Spark.
Okay, that's enough fucking brony shit or whatever you're talking about. Kick of Tragedy. You're kind of weird. If I stop making shows, you're going to rape Emma Stone in the ass. That's pushing it. Although, like Ethan says, if you film it, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But you might want to hold off on the raping thing. Just let Anchor Baby rape my face, and that's about it. Let's see. Critical Skater. Kind of a oxymoron there. Dad, are you a liberal? Of course I'm a liberal. I'm a flaming liberal. I mean, if liberal was another sex, I would be it, okay? Yes, I'm very much a liberal. Conservatives are scumbags. Let's put it that way. Nathan has a question.
Another one, ironically, from Critical Skater.
Ooh, he's got more.
Dad, lose the blanket, please.
Na, 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 na. Sorry, I'm serious. I don't wear pants. I'm naked from here down, so That was the deal we made when I decided to do the show. I would do it with no pants. And I'm not losing the blankie. Dad for president? No, no more of that. I'm not running for president.
Another question. Can you please say rape these nuts?
Rape these nuts. Oh, these nuts or D's nuts?
These nuts.
Oh, rape these nuts. Yeah. For no reason at all, I'm going to give another shout out to Chewbacca 2001 because I like your screen name. And yes, Yorkshire rules, man. We spent 3 days in York and we had a great time. York is awesome. That's where the train museum is, and Nathan just had a boner the whole time we were there. But York was awesome. I love Yorkshire. Yorkshire was beautiful. We went to Castle Howard outside of York. It was beautiful. Yorkshire. Mwah. Love Yorkshire. My iPod just wigged out. Let's see. Here we go. What's going on with the wall? Everybody asks about the wall here. You probably can't see it in this shot, but Nathan's going to have to get off his lazy ass and move the camera.
Right.
This side of the room, we share a room, oddly enough.
Hi.
And this side of the room, for a long time when we first moved here, used to be Nathan's. And so he put all of this train stuff, pictures of Thomas, and let's see, a Camp Rock poster autographed by Dean Cundy, the cinematographer who shot the show.
Along with the Jonas Brothers.
Along with the Jonas Brothers and what's-her-face?
Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato.
We have up there a Blue Mountain Mystery poster, one of the Thomas the Tank Engine specials. A framed picture of a space shuttle taking off.
Yeah.
Me as a little kid, you can't really see it that well, but me as a little kid in front of
little Nathan.
In front of the Day Out with Thomas. A signed picture from Dave Prowse, and you show
Dave Prowse, who's Darth Vader, who's
show that
a personal
picture
friend
again.
of mine. Who,
show that picture again.
What picture of Nathan?
Yeah. He has a picture of me
Nathan was little.
younger.
It's dated
When
August of
a lot less fat.
2005. 10 years ago. That's Nathan 10 years ago, folks.
When I was a lot less fatter.
He was a little less rotund.
That picture that is right over Dad's shoulder, the one hanging down, is basically a signature.
You don't need a rundown of every fucking picture on the wall. Just show the wall so the people will quit bugging me about it.
And yeah, this is pretty much the
just trains
and ponies. There's a couple.
Roll the rails and a map of Sodor.
There's pretty much
there's some pony shit over there.
And the pony stickers.
Poster from Hawaii that we didn't go to. My grandparents went to Hawaii. So that's the wall. Can you say Shoe Andrew? I'm curious to see how you pronounce it. Shoe Andrew. That's for Rolling on the Floor, Laughing My Ass Off, 2132. Oh my God, the cat part was so funny. Yeah, it was really funny. I still have a scar on my nose from that.
Dad, you need a fedora.
I used to have one when I was in high school. I had a pimp hat. It was pretty cool. Got me lots of pussy.
If you would like to send Dad fedoras, email him.
Yes, email me and camera CAMERA 1129 at yahoo.com. I'll tell you how to send me shit. What's her face was going to send me some Twizzlers. Where's my Twizzlers? Let's see. Tom Eberl. A few questions. What do I think of the British? Again, I think the British are awesome, especially people from Yorkshire. What are Dad's top 3 favorite movies? Let's see. I like Jaws. I think that's one of the greatest movies ever made. I'm torn between Goodfellas and Casino, 2 Scorsese films. I think Casino's actually a slightly better film than Goodfellas. Apocalypse Now is definitely one of the 5 best films ever made. But my favorite movie of all time, that I think is the closest thing to a perfect movie that's ever been made, is a kind of an obscure Disney flick called Never Cry Wolf with Charles Martin Smith. It's a Carol Ballard directed film shot by a friend of mine, Hiro Narita. Beautifully photographed. If you ever get to find it, unfortunately they have not released it on Blu-ray. I wish that they would remaster it and release it on Blu-ray, but they haven't. It's only available on standard DVD, but it still looks awesome. If you can find it, Never Cry Wolf. Like I said, it was a Disney Touchstone production, so look that one up. It's really awesome. Let's see, there was another question here. What are my favorite types of music? I listen to classical most of the time, to be honest with you. I'm kind of a fuddy-duddy. And I listen to 80s music because I grew up in the 80s where music ruled. It doesn't suck like it does now. So, I'm sorry, but you guys, your music sucks. It's not that I'm out of touch and I'm not hip or anything. I listen to it. And, you know, you're going to compare Duran Duran or Flock of Seagulls to Nicki Minaj. You could suck my balls. So, no. 80s music and classical. I love Dvorak. I love Mozart. I love Massenet. I love Beethoven. I mean, all the usual subjects. Wagner. I like Wagner a lot if I'm in a really dark mood. That's all the questions I've got. I think we can wrap this probably up. You got any more?
No, not that I can find.
Since the eclipse is probably over, we're doing this Sunday night during the blood moon eclipse. So if the world comes to an end, guys, I love you. You know, keep the comments coming and email me, and I'll tell you how to send me shit, and I'll put it on the show.
And if we don't die, then we'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, if the world doesn't come to an end, like they said it's supposed to, we'll do a regular episode of the Bullshit Show on Tuesday. And so until then, hey dudes!
Might I just say, Mr. Dad, one of these days you should definitely review something pony related.
Pony videos. Hey dudes!